up, everybody? Welcome back to Big Things Kentucky. Coach Bill, what's going on, man?
What's going on? Had no fear. Big Things is here. Coach, I'm Coach Bill. My main man, Coach TB on assignment. Coach Truck, what's good? Go ahead.
Coach, man, as we make this airing, we probably 5 people away from 1,000 subscribers, Coach. Hey, man, do whatever we got to do. Like, share, subscribe, get the word out. Let's get over the hump, y'all.
Hey, I'll tell you what, we better not be no 5 away. We better be at over 1,000 come Friday. I'll start going door to door, knocking on doors. Like, I know you didn't watch the episode. Hit subscribe, please, sir. Hit subscribe. This is ridiculous.
Hey, man, big things going on this week, Coach, this past week, our weekend review. We want to say congratulations to basketball players Ben Johnson and Deshaun Jackson for making the Kentucky All-Star team, which will be playing Indiana. Congratulations, fellas.
And on the girls' side, Coach, shout out to Miss Basketball herself, Brooklyn Miles from Franklin County, Tennessee commit, Coach. Yeah, young ladies are only representation from our area that's going to be playing in it. So shout out to her and, like I said, her family as well, Coach.
We also want to give a shout out to the Dunbar swimming and dive team, another state championship, man. Hey, them dogs can swim, Coach.
Whole lot of dog paddling, Coach. Whole lot of dog paddling going on. Shout out to all the young ladies who made our all-city basketball team and all the young men who made the all-city boys basketball team, Coach. Congratulations to all those young men and young women as well.
Also, Coach, as we're going in with our baseball and softball, my Lafayette Lady General softball team, woohoo! We winning, we riding, baby. Red hot, Coach. Red hot. Hey, keep doing what y'all doing, Lady Generals. Hey, I'm all in on the Generals, Coach.
Coach, we wouldn't expect anything less from you. Anything else be uncivilized, Coach. Be uncivilized.
This week, Coach, we was rocked with the resignation of Dunbar boys basketball coach, Coach Scott Chalk. My Dunbar Bulldogs coach, man. You know, I was riding with them from day one. Been down like 4 flat tires. You know, we just want to catch up with Coach Chalk and find out what went on.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right, Coach. You shocked us, Coach. You shocked me, Coach. I was ready. I was all in for next season, Coach. I was going to go all the way out, Coach.
All the way out.
All the way. I was all the way in, Coach.
I understand.
Coach, man. Coach. We was ready. We went and we riding, Coach. We was set up for next year, Coach, man. Oh. But no, seriously though, Coach, what brought you to this decision?
Well, you know, when I retired from teaching, I started trying to do some sales stuff. You know, I've got both of my girls went through college, and I borrowed everything I could borrow to put them through college. So I got a lot of loans to pay off, and I had told them at that time that if ever I could get a full-time, you know, gig that would really pay me well, I would stop coaching and start doing that full time. Until then, I was going to do that part time and keep coaching because I still liked it and enjoyed it. So, but I got an offer to, you know, go full time with a company here that sells scoreboards and things like that. And it's an offer I can't pass up. Too good of pay, too good of an opportunity to do something for my family that needs to be done before I'm too old to take care of it. So, great team coming back, of course, but you know, after 32 years, I've had a lot of great teams, and these guys are great. But we'll find somebody good at Dunbar to lead on. So I'm not too worried about it. It's a good group, and they're going to be good next year either way.
Coach, you made a deep run last year, this past season. You set up with a deep team for the next 2 years. How agonizing of a decision was this for you, Coach?
It's tough. I mean, that part of it is tough, no doubt, because, I mean, these guys, and not only is it a good bunch and we have a good team and a good chance to do well, but it's just a great group of kids. I mean, this is one of the easiest groups of kids I've probably ever had to coach. Just a bunch of terrific young men who just are really cooperative and are fun to be around. We have fun every day when we're there with them. So, I mean, it is a good group, and that'll be difficult, but because of what I'm doing, I'll be around. I'll be able to, you know, go to a lot of games and follow them, and I'm still going to be there to encourage them and, you know, hope they do the best and not butt in, but encourage and hope they, you know, do well and that kind of thing and support whoever's there. You know, they're great, and it was tough, but like I say, if I hadn't, done it as many years as I did it, then maybe it'd be even tougher. But I've had a lot of situations like that. And I know that, almost every year that you coach, you're excited about what you can do with the guys you've got coming back. Even if it's not maybe the best team, you're still excited about what you maybe can make them and how they can improve. So, I mean, that's always a part of coaching. If you coach 100 years, 101st year, you'll still be like, gosh, this bunch next year, I really got to do this and this and this. And, you're excited about it. So that's always going to be there.
Now, Coach, man, I mean, I do want to point out that you were my dark horse pick, Coach, and I was riding with you from the jump. I just want you to know that, Coach. But, man, this team, we saw the potential there. Everybody kind of saw the potential there, but felt like, it was just a matter of it clicking. And you guys got red hot at the end, especially in the district tournament. What caused that?
Well, I think really that might have happened sooner, because at the end of the year before, we were playing really well, and we played Catholic in the district tournament first round game that time, and we played them pretty tough for about 3.5 quarters. But they had a lot of seniors then, a lot more experience than they had this last year. They had a good team this year, but those seniors make a difference. They didn't make some of the mistakes down the stretch, and they were able to. When we try to put a lot of pressure on Ben Johnson, other guys made shots. This group this year is a little younger. They weren't able to kind of come through in some of those situations. So we were able to put more pressure on Ben, and we were a good matchup for them. But we would have probably got hotter sooner had we had not all the COVID layoff and basically not done anything for 6 months. We kind of started over again then. And then we didn't do anything until January and started over again. So I think these guys were poised for that. They were ready to make that step. And I think you'll see even a better step next year because we won't have such a long layoff. So I really think that made the biggest difference.
Now, Coach, will you have any input and help in deciding your predecessor?
Our athletic director is terrific, Jason Howell. He's one of the best I've ever worked for. He's very confident and knows what he's looking for, and I think he's got some really good ideas about what he needs to do to fill the position. We've talked about it a little bit. I mean, he obviously – wanted my input, but once we talked about what I thought, then I'm out of it. And I'm not going to try to butt in. It's not really my place to do that. And they need to make a clean decision without me, putting any pressure on them or them feeling like I need to whatever. I gave them my recommendations, and I think they will consider that. And they care about what I think. But at the end of the day, they got to make the decision because they're the ones that have to live with it and, face the music with whoever they hire, not me. So.
Now, Coach, how, when you broke into how did the team take the news?
Really, they took it surprisingly well. I was really pleased. It was really a really great meeting. And then we had a time where I just hung out and every single one of them came up and had a little 2 to 5 minute conversation with me individually. And it was really good. A lot of hugs, a lot of, smiles and good times. And, I think we have a really good relationship with almost everybody on the team, especially that varsity team. I've got a good one-on-one relationship, and I think they really understood what was going on. They were disappointed at the same time, but they're also excited because they know they're all going to be together. And that's what I talked to them about was just, you guys stick together. You'll have a good coach. I promise you that. We're going to have somebody good in there. And if you guys are together and you get together with them, you'll be great next year. It's going to be fine. So just be confident and be positive about it. Keep working individually this spring and up to through June, to try to get better.
Now, Coach, you had a privilege of having a state championship team. Do you feel like this team had that potential next year coming up? And also, are you going to kind of regret not being there for that run?
Well, I've thought about that a lot. I think they do have the potential to make a run like that. They're a totally different team than the kind of team we had in 2016. That team they were more dominant than these guys. They were so much quicker and just, could really just attack people. This team is a little more finesse. They shoot the ball really well from outside and they can handle and they play together as a group really well. And it's a different kind of personality, but I do think they have a chance to make that kind of run. And really the way I look at it, whoever gets the job next, especially if it's somebody that I know, then it'll be an opportunity for them. And I'll be happy if they win one because they're hard to win. They're really hard to win. And I spent 28 years trying to get mine. So, I feel like, hey, I'll be happy for whoever gets it because it's really, really hard to do.
Coach, now looking back on these 28 years of your career, you know, you've had district championships, regional championships, like Coach Bew said, a state championship. What's some of your fondest memories you're going to take with you from this coaching career?
Yeah, the obvious is, you know, winning the championship in 2016. I mean, that was, you know, I when I first started this thing, if I could have said I'd like to win a state championship, of course I want to do that. I'd like to, you know, be involved with people around the state and be able to play in some of the big tournaments. I'd like to be able to coach the all-star team and win a game against Indiana. And I got to do all those things. So, I mean, I can't really ask for anything more than what I got to do in my career, especially just, you know, coming from just trying to build from nothing, starting at Williamstown, you know, I mean, a little tiny school up in Grant County, you know, I mean, 150 students in the whole school. So, I mean, it just, you know, I worked my way up and I couldn't have really asked for anything more than that. So at every stop, something good happened and I was able to build it better than I left it. So I've got some good memories at Williamstown. We won the regional against it was a 9-team All-A region, and we won the region for the first time, the All-A up there, and it was really exciting. We won it on a last-second shot. And I mean, that was a great memory. They had the fire trucks out. We came back into town and the whole deal. So, I mean, it was really great. You know, I mean, I went to Frankfort High. We were able to build that into where we hadn't won a district tournament in like 17 years, and we finally won the district 3 or 4 times in a row there, you know. So we had a lot of good momentum. And then going to Franklin County, they had been down a little bit since Coach Moore had been there, and we got it back to where we won 5 or 6 district championships, you know, and we're, you know, in the regional tournament every year, and we're a threat again consistently. So I felt really good about that. And then going to Dunbar, of course, you know, just having the opportunity to take that from being a little bit sputtery and get it going to where we consistently were playing a top schedule and fighting those teams, and then making a run with that group year after year, getting a little better till we got to their junior and senior year and we were able to win it. So, I mean, it's just been really great. That game against Indiana in the Kentucky-Indiana series where we beat Romeo Langford and all them with Boss and all those guys, you know, that was, I mean, I'll never forget that. That was one of the greatest, you know, things that we ever were to accomplish. You know, it was really fun and really exciting and total underdogs. So, you know, I've just had so many memories. It's just been, you know, it's been great for me. I couldn't have asked for anything more. And the rivalries that I have, the friendships through rivalries with Coach Feldhouse and Coach Salzman and some of these guys, you know, that I've just coached against for almost 20 years now. And we're friends, but there's nothing better than that competition. You know each other, but you fight it out and really try. It's just, you know, that's just great. I mean, I will miss that probably more than anything.
Now, Coach, I got one more thing, man, before we let you go. Is there any truth to the rumor that you heard this guy was riding with you, so you got nervous and decided to retire, and you didn't want to be jinxed? Is there any truth to the rumor?
No.
Sure?
Hey, anybody that's behind us, it's good luck. The more, the merrier. You know, we're
Thank
all
you,
Coach. You ever heard of saying all money ain't good money? All fans ain't good fans.
Hey, you know, they say all publicity is good publicity, though. So remember that.
Yes, sir.
If they're talking about you, that's better than they're not talking about you.
Now, Coach, man, you've had a stellar career, man. One of the namesakes here in Lexington, man. It is a pleasure to watch your time here and the success you had that program. You'll definitely be missed. And I can see the passion in your eyes. I wouldn't be surprised to see you at a youth basketball league somewhere with a team running around here. So
you never know. So I'll be around. You'll see me around. I'll be at a lot of games. There's no doubt about that. I'm not going to miss out on that, being able to come to games and watch them and be a fan. So I'm excited about it. But I appreciate you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, publicity is great for these programs and these kids, and they appreciate what you're doing.
Man, great interview with Coach Chalk, man. You could tell that it's going to tear him up to be sitting in the stage watching the game and not being on the sideline. 32 years of coaching, man, doing something you love. It's not considered a job, like you said. So he moved on to a better financial situation for his family. So I got to respect that as a man that want to do that. He's able to coach something he loved for 32 years, though, with all this passion he already has, Coach. I would be surprised we don't see him on the sideline again sometime soon, Coach.
Most definitely, I agree on that one, Coach.
Coach, we also got a chance to sit down with Justin Royals, head coach of Bryan Station Baseball, my Defenders. Coach, here's that interview here. Head baseball coach of my Defenders, Coach Justin Royal. I ain't gonna have it, Coach. I'm a defender to the bone marrow. Coach, thanks for joining us today. How's it been going, Coach?
Yes, sir. Great to be here. Appreciate you. Going well overall. Got off to a fast start, but COVID protocols and different things like that. So we're shut down again as far as our varsity team right now. But we'll be back soon. But yeah, we've been playing pretty good baseball, so can't complain.
All right, Coach, man, I just peeped y'all out. The last game against Scott County, man, it was a tough one. But, man, one thing I noticed, man, you guys are young, but you have a very talented athletic team, Coach. Who's leading this team for you right now, Coach?
We've got a really, really, really good group of young kids coming up. Before the Scott County game, we played another varsity game earlier, the previous day. And we came back to win the game. I think we were 5 or 6 runs down. We came back and won the game. And my entire infield was middle school players. And my catcher was a freshman, just to kind of put that in perspective. But anyway, as far as who's leading, Matt Pennington, he's our senior pitcher. He's signed to go to a JUCO. He's a heck of a pitcher, heck of a kid. Everything you'd ever want in a ball player. But more importantly, off the field, what he does in the school, what he does with these younger guys and practice and all that. And then my other captain on the team is a kid named Lane Jones, who's a junior. And if you were to take Bryan Station and the spirit of Bryan Station and the fight, the relentless attitude, being able to walk in any fight, any battle, anywhere, anytime, he's the walking embodiment of that. And that just kind of carries out into the team. So, you got those guys and some other good assistant coaches. It makes things a little easier for you.
Now, Coach Arroyo, as Coach Chuck spoke about earlier, how young his team is. Coach, I think you got like 2 or 3 seniors, a bunch of 8th graders, a few freshmen. Is it a gift or a curse to be that young?
Depends on the day of the week. I'm going to take it as an absolute blessing to be that young because they're hungry. It's not just that they're young, but they're talented. And there's a lot of young, talented baseball teams in Kentucky and Lexington specifically, but they're good, they're hungry, they're young, and they're a fun group of kids that when they get in practice or get on the ball field, they're hungry and they want to win and they fight. I've had multiple umpires and multiple other coaches tell me this year, whether we won the game or lost the game, they've specifically mentioned the fight that this team has, and they've got it. And that's what you can't coach. I can coach a lot of things in baseball, but I can't put fight into a team. And my God, man, they've got it. So I love it.
Now, Coach, man, a lot of people don't know you. Just kind of introduce yourself to our community. Coach Roy, here you are. This is what, your 3rd year, 4th year?
4th official. Last year I blocked it out of my memory. I'm originally from Ironton, Ohio. So I grew up, I played baseball my life, but Ironton is a big football school in Ohio, real big football school. So everything was about football. But, we're the Ironton Fighting Tigers. So wherever I go, wherever I've went in life, I've taken that mentality and that mindset. And any good team that you're around, man, they take on the mentality of the head coach. So that's all I've seen. It's all I've ever known since I was a kid, that you go and you fight and you play hard no matter what. You practice hard, you go hard, you do everything hard and fast and play your butt off. So that's what every coach has ever taught me. So I take that spirit of Ironton, Ohio, man, right out there with me. It's my 4th year at Station. I take the attitude of Bryan Station into every game. I teach there also. I'm aware of the reputation that the school once had, but I'm also aware that in my mind, it's the greatest kept secret in all of Lexington, man. It's the greatest school to teach at, greatest community to be in. I would not trade it for the world. It's a wonderful, wonderful school to teach and coach at.
Boy, you almost brought a tear to my eye, Coach. God dog, boy, I gotta get myself together. That's what I'm talking about. You heard that, boy?
They got great alumni, man. Great alumni that I've met over the year. They love Station. They love that north side of town. And I'm not from here, but, man, I bought into it, and they welcomed me with open arms, man. And I understand what it's like to be looked at a certain way and to fight your way out of every single battle, because that's what you got to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, being 5-5 of the year, are you surprised where you at? Are you happy where you at right now, considering everything that's been going on and having such a young team?
I think as a coach, you're not completely happy, even if you're undefeated. But realistically, as a man, I'm very, very happy with the young players. And in all honesty, man, we could be undefeated or lose every game. But if we're fighting and we've got the right mindset going in and coming out, then I'm good. You're going to win games. You're going to lose games. But, our whole coaching staff, we teach them to be good men, to do things the right way, play with class, win with class, lose with class, and represent yourself and your school in the right way. So as long as we're doing that, and I know it sounds kind of cheesy or whatever, but as long as you're doing that, man, you're winning in the end long term. But we happen to be fortunate enough to win some ball games in the process, so it's all good.
Now, Coach, just kind of looking ahead in the future, what have we got to do to come up out of this region, this amazing region as far as baseball, Coach?
I was lucky to be an assistant coach in 2012 at Woodford County. When we won the whole thing. Whatever level of baseball you're playing at, it's going to take pitching, and pitching. If you've got the pitching to make it all the way through the postseason, you're going to be just fine. Pitching and defense. You're going to score runs here and there. Teams are going to make errors. But if you can pitch it and play defense, it's hard to lose a game when you do that. So if you've got the depth in your pitching staff, and you've got that shut down 2 or 3 guys that can go out there and win every single time they take the ball and go 6 or 7 innings, you're going to be in good shape. Are we to that point yet at Bryan Station? We're always working to get there. We've got good pitchers. We've got good young pitchers. I pitched all the way through college myself. I coached under Jeff Parrott at Woodford County, who played in the majors for 9 full seasons. So I made sure to shut up and listen to him every single day. And I played at the University of Pikeville under Johnny LeMaster, who played shortstop in the major leagues for 13 seasons. So I've learned a lot over the years about pitching and defense, that's for sure.
Now, Coach, man, you got quite a few, you got a couple of football players on your team also as well, doing double duty. I mean, you got a good rapport with all the coaches in the other sports as far as getting players back for the practice stuff. It makes your little job a little easier?
It definitely makes it easier when coaches from different sports get along with each other and can kind of sit down and the same kids. The obvious to that is it helps them athletically when they're playing sports and playing. On a much deeper level, it helps when they have multiple grown men that they can go to when they have issues in school, issues at home, whatever it might be. They've got different guys throughout the year that they can go to. So that makes a huge difference with the culture of our school and just every athletic program from top to bottom.
Coach, I don't know, man. Coach View, I might get my Defenders shirt back out, man.
That's right. Hey, rock it, baby. Rock it.
Hey, Coach, he ain't gonna
ready, man.
Nah, if you ain't winning, Coach, he ain't riding. So you better hang it up. You better get the wins up.
Well,
he's a fair weather fan.
Oh well. I'm from Ohio. I'm a Buckeye, so I kind of get that, man. So I understand the fair weather fans. It happens.
Coach, we don't need him. We good. We don't need him. We don't need people like that.
Hey, and you know what? As far as I've learned on that north side of town up around Station, if you ain't with Station, then they probably don't want you up there anyway. So, hey, I'm just saying.
We don't want him.
That green and gold is very pretty.
Don't fall into this, Coach. Don't listen to him, Coach, man. Don't. Nah, Coach.
Pretty colors, man. Pretty colors.
Hey, well, it was good. You got anything else?
No, it's a pleasure talking to you, Coach. Love it, man. Great interview. Thank you for sitting down with us today.
Yes, sir. Greatly appreciate your time, man.
All right, great interview with Coach Roy. Like you said, Coach, man, you can see the passion of that man and how much he loves the game. Coach, before we close out, make sure you get your big day swag from us, me or Coach Truck Finders. We got all shirt designs and everything. Get us to 1,000 subscribers. We got a prize pack for you. We better be here before it comes out Thursday. I don't care what nobody says. We got a problem. We got a problem, Coach. I'm telling you right now.
Also, man, be sure to check out our Sunday conversations every Sunday. We've been bringing that fire, like Coach Bew said. every Sunday. Great coaches tune in. You never know who you're going to see.
So look, subscribe, share, like, follow us on all social media. As always, you have to be a living donor. I'm Coach Bew. My man, Coach TB on the side of Coach Truck.
Peace.